Season 73 of your UAAP, the Finals.
Set number 1 already in the books. LaSalle taking it from UST 25-18.
And we started off with really a close match, close game. But then in the mid-portion, LaSalle just dominating the offense and was able to pull away from UST. That's why when UST was trying to keep up or strung up some points, it was just too far. And even LaSalle committed a lot of errors, especially on the serve. And still, LaSalle was able to manage again by that attack by Steph Mercado and that block to close out that set. So again, Steph Mercado, perfect timing to step up her game, closing the set, taking set number 1 for her team.
UST made a huge run to grab the lead early in set number 1, but after LaSalle got their system back in order, they were able to get the lead and keep the lead. And like what you said, with Steph Mercado leading the offense and the defense, it was an easy finish for the Lady Spikers in green.
And as you can see, attack points for De La Salle, 13 as against the only 7 of UST. Why? Because of poor first balls once again. The floor defense is really so again not working for UST in this finals game. So in the blocking department, De La Salle again thriving with 4 blocks against the only one for UST, and the unforced errors. Well, DLSU having 2 more with 9 and 7 for UST. But really, the story is who can run the play. Yun ang nangyari on that first set. And because LaSalle was able to, they were able to take that set.
Inside the arena in San Juan for game 1 of this best of 3 in the women's finals. Poor first ball by UST ends up in a free ball for LaSalle. Alarca, I don't think she even caught a part of that ball, but still, LaSalle able to make the attack. Another free ball here for UST.
And you know what UST is just doing in that in those last play? Parang binabalik yung bola eh. So there's not much offense being seen on UST's side, even in the latter portion of the first set. So let's see. You know, Coach Shaq De Los Santos will have to have a lot of tricks in his sleeve today. Well, yun na nga yung managing to shuffle some players because of that single spot that was left by Hirotsuchi in the last 2-3 games of UST. Now you see Bernal inside for that space.
And she overcooks the spike and sends it out. 2-love here in set number 2 in favor of LaSalle. Let's see the adjustments by Coach Shaq here in set number 2 as we listen into Nico Ramos.
Well, if there's one thing that Coach Shaq De Los Santos has a lot of, it's tricks up his sleeve. However, he wasn't pleased with the Tigresses' offense in that first set. He said he was happy with their defense. They were getting the first ball, receiving it the way they wanted to. However, it's the battles at the top of the net that they seem to be losing to De La Salle. He reminded his girls that they're playing a very, very tough team on the block and that they should be a little smarter when they're trying to attack this LaSalle team. Also, as far as your inquiries on how Aiza Maizo is doing, well, it's still that same lower back strain that's been bothering her the entire season. I asked her how she felt and she said, sobrang masakit. However, before the game, I asked her about it as well. She said that I'm here to play in the finals. Nandito kami para manalo. Masakit na to buong season. Titiisin ko na lang. Guys?
Thanks, Nico. A true Tigress. Just ignoring the pain and playing through it. I did see her getting rubbed and maybe getting some tape in that lower back. So it's very obvious because if you've been watching UST, you know that this is not the normal movement of Aiza Maizo.
And you know that in this game, Chesto has a lot of confidence and sets going her way as once again, De La Salle getting that through that push by Gumabaw.
And in that play, LaSalle was already struggling, and it seemed like UST was going to score, especially with a block by Aiza Maizo. But LaSalle so resilient at the net and on the floor.
And they're really more mature. You can see the players, they know they're not rattled by those exchanges, those fast exchanges anymore. Alam na nila yung gagawin nila.
And what I'm impressed very much with about LaSalle is the fact that aside from great defense at the net, they've really improved. They've vastly improved on their floor defense. Let's go to Jessica Mendoza reporting for LaSalle.
Eric, you know how in sports, the most important D is usually regarded as defense. Well, Coach Ramil also thinks another D is just as important. Diskarte. Basahin nyo ang galaw nila. He reminded the girls, hindi lang laging palo, tapikin nyo rin. Hanapan nyo ng butas. And despite having taken the first set convincingly, the Lady Spikers have the same determination in their manner and on their minds, showing no signs of backing down for set number 2. It's like I can really see that trophy in their eyes. Eric and Mosey?
Thanks, Jessica. That's the way to do it. You visualize the win. Visualize you holding the trophy. And it will happen. You can make it happen. And right now, LaSalle is doing exactly that, thinking about how to win and thinking about the win.
Sabi nga nila, before you sleep, dapat ano ba
And everything just falling in place for LaSalle right now. The defense is great. Offense is better. Cha Cruz, after committing a mistake earlier, finds her rhythm and her range. Right now, it's a 3-point lead for Jack Alarca and the Lady Spikers. Free ball for LaSalle. Gumabaw, that's an easy finish for Michelle Gumabaw.
And look at her just nailing that last hit. And totally loving that.
But there was a violation, it seems.
Yes, it was a net violation. Yun ang nga hinahanap ko eh. They called it. So net violation against Gumabaw and another service error on the side of UST.
Back to back from the previous one, coming from Isa Maizo to the young Bernal with the error on serve, and back to a 3-point lead here for Michelle Gumabaw and LaSalle. A tough setup job for Dimaculangan there on a poor first ball by UST. Easy dunk, Esperanza.
That's right.
First technical
Esperanza
timeout.
looked at the court. Nobody was right in the middle of UST's defense, and right away putting a dunk.
It's the biggest lead of LaSalle. 4 points, 8-4, set number 2. JP Torres on the phone, I guess, telling his friends.
Along with the other UST men's members, sila Jason Ramos,
Depante, that, you know, we got game 1 already.
Oh, yeah.
One more, and we're back hoisting the trophy. That's the Tigers of UST winning in game 1 of their best of 3 earlier today at 1 o'clock against the Far Eastern University Tamaraws. But back to live action. Ortiz trying to correct the errors that UST's been committing in set number 2. Scoring there, but they are down still by 3 against De La Salle.
But you know, Mike Ortiz on the first set was really silenced by De La Salle. Not enough points coming from her, but you know, another service error coming from UST. The third.
The last 3 serves of UST were service errors, to put it to you bluntly, ladies and gentlemen. Ganun kasama ang serving ng UST right now in set number 2.
Oh, and Manatita throwing away that.
Even the hitting, Mosey.
They are just not focused, as Coach Shaq told them in that last time out. They have to get their heads back into the game.
Right now, it's the biggest lead of LaSalle at 4. I mean, that 5 points. Block on Baratikla. Back set. Ortiz looking for the donut. Maraño, the tip. Ever so gingerly, she touches the ball and finds the opening in the UST defense, which are plentiful, by the way. Take a look here. Just a very soft feather touch by Maraño. And UST is down by 6. Let's listen to Coach Shaq.
Automatic cover tayo sa likod. Sarado hindi naman mapapalo na eh. Off timing na nga yung quicker eh. Ha? Sipag pa tayo, sipag oh. Wala tayo, hindi niya alam yung ginagawa niya sa loob ng court eh. Ha? Okay? Parang, diskarte. Balik mo yung palo mo, i-cross mo. Pag single back, ilis mo doon. Kinukuha yung down the line. Balik mo. O, tingnan, ibalik mo dito. Cross.
Coach Shaq De Los Santos just laying out the ugly truth right now. Parang hindi nyo alam yung ginagawa niya sa court. And he's right. Several times, UST's been caught napping on defense, and their offense is yung basta mayangat, mapalo na lang without
yun ang nangyayari. Parang
any
ino-over
plan,
lang yung bola. So, you can feel na parang yun na nga yung preparedness of these two teams. Yung LaSalle is coming in so prepared, while UST, really a lot of lapses in this game and a lot of unforced errors. But in that last play, Micah Ortiz finally getting a point. Now in the back row.
But again, Mosey, pretty much like in set number 1 and in, you know, all the sets that they've gone up against LaSalle, they are trailing and they are trying to, you know, catch up.
Which is actually a bad habit. So, kasi ang LaSalle is not a team that you can easily catch
That's true.
up with. So,
And take a look at the score, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, LaSalle has doubled the output of UST. Basically a free ball here for LaSalle. Benaticla finally gets a point.
that was through the blockers of De La Salle. See that once again.
Just a second too late were the blockers of LaSalle that time. Benaticla serving now.
A great serve coming from Maru Benaticla. Scores 1.
Service ace. It's actually off Maraño. Wasn't able to control the ball. UST making that tough climb back. Alarca the dump.
Bernal trying to go for a touch. No go. I really think that she just find a way to getting that ball in. Or even using the blockers for you swipe. Medyo mahirap kasi yun eh. Yung just letting the ball touch the fingers of the opponent.
What great floor defense there by LaSalle Esperanza, picking it up, and Mercado with a finish for the Lady Spikers.
Such a beautiful down the line hit coming from Steph Mercado, as you'll see here.
And what's impressive about this play, Mosey, is the fact that that was coming off a dig by Esperanza.
From the
Converted, from the back row, converted right away into offense by LaSalle.
Right. Mahirap basahin yun. Oh, and this time, an ace by LaSalle Esperanza.
Tusaran, the libero, unable to get a good receive for UST. This is the same lineup as UCI Samaizo go off the blockers this time. This is the kind of lineup that Coach Shaq experimented with when Hirotsuji first went down with the injury with Bernal in the lineup. They were a little bit more successful that time than this time.
That's true. That was a 5-setter against LaSalle, but he has tried a lot of players filling up that position. Hindi lang yun eh. When he tries a player, pati yung positioning ng mga spikers na nagbabago-bago.
Right now, a dominant set number 2 by LaSalle, 16-9.